If you spend most of your working years in one country, saving for retirement is pretty simple. But if you've lived, worked, or invested in both Canada and the U.S., well, things get a little trickier. Welcome back. My name is Joanne, financial planner and co-founder of Isle Wealth of Raymond James. Today we're talking about my other favorite topic, retirement planning, but with a twist. It's for people with ties in both Canada and the U.S. Because while retirement should be all about relaxation, sunshine, and maybe a hobby or two, cross-border finances likes to make things a little more exciting. Here's a quick breakdown of retirement savings accounts in each country. In Canada, most Canadians rely on the RRSPs, Registered Retirement Savings Plans, and the TFSAs, Tax-Free Savings Accounts. RRSPs let you contribute pre-tax money, meaning you get a tax break when you contribute, but you'll owe taxes when you withdraw in retirement. Tax-free savings, on the other hand, are funded with after-tax dollars, but the growth and withdrawals are completely tax-free. Yes, even in retirement. In the U.S., the American equivalents are 401ks, usually employer-sponsored, and IRAs, individual retirement accounts. Both offer tax-deferred growth, meaning you don't pay taxes when you contribute, but you do when you withdraw. Now, for cross-border individuals, those living in one country but holding retirement accounts in the others, this is where things get fun. Not fun like going to the beach, but fun like assembling IKEA furniture without the instructions. So for example, if you're a Canadian living in Canada but holding a 401k or IRA, you could face tax penalties or double taxation when withdrawing. If you're American living in the U.S. with an RSP, you might run into tax reporting headaches or unexpected tax bills. And let's not even get started on tax-free savings accounts, which Canada considers tax-free, but the U.S. considers a taxable foreign trust. Yeah, it really does. This is why understanding both tax systems is critical. A cross-border financial advisor can help you avoid penalties and optimize your retirement withdrawals, because the last thing you want in retirement is an unexpected tax bill. If you've worked in both countries, you might be wondering, which retirement benefits do I even qualify for? The good news, Canada and the U.S. have an agreement that lets you combine your work history to qualify for benefits. U.S. Social Security is based on your earnings history in the U.S., while Canada Pension Plan is based on contributions made while working in Canada. If you've worked in both countries but haven't hit the minimum years needed to qualify for benefits in one, the agreement may allow you to get a prorated amount based on your total work history. Translation, even if you didn't work enough years in one country, you might still be able to get something from both systems. Now, let's talk about the golden rule of cross-border retirement. How do we actually withdraw our money? How you withdraw your money matters. In Canada, withdrawals from an RRSP are taxed as regular income. In the U.S., withdrawals from a 401k and IRAs are also taxed as ordinary income. However, if you're not careful, pulling out large sums could push you into a much higher tax bracket. Instead, you should consider spreading out your withdrawals over several years to keep your taxable income lower. We could also consider timing your withdrawals in lower income years to minimize the tax hit. Using tax treaties to avoid unnecessary double taxation is key. Smart withdrawal strategies can mean thousands of dollars in tax savings over the course of your retirement. And trust me, you would much rather spend that money on vacations, hobbies, or spoiling your grandkids than handing that money over to the government. Here are the 3 key takeaways to keep your cross-border retirement stress-free. 1. Maximize contributions to tax-advantaged accounts while keeping tax implications in mind. Just because an account is tax-friendly in one country doesn't mean it's tax-friendly in both. 2. Understand the tax treaties and how they impact your Social Security and Canada Pension Plan benefits. These agreements exist for a reason. Make sure you're taking full advantage of them. And 3, work with a financial advisor such as myself who understands both Canadian and U.S. retirement planning, because this stuff is really not DIY friendly. Retirement planning across borders can feel overwhelming. But with smart strategies and the right guidance, you can make the most of your savings while keeping taxes in check. And if you thought this was complicated, wait until next time. In episode 4, we're going to be talking about all things real estate and cross-border investment properties. Because believe it or not, owning a property in both countries comes with its own set of financial twists and turns. See you in our next episode.